What's up? I'm Abby Charlene and this is my channel, and today I am going to be talking about my sexuality. And I never really thought I was going to make one of these videos because I've just never really felt the need to. This isn't a lifestyle channel. This is more my channel where I come to talk about the music that I like or the music that I don't like. But because I recently got into a relationship with someone, I felt the need to sort of clear the air on my sexuality because I know I give off very gay vibes, and there is a reason for that. So yeah, this video, I'm probably not going to edit it because it's like 1 in the morning and I still have to take a shower, and then I need to go to bed because I have to open the store that I work at tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. My significant other is actually waiting on me to respond to, we're playing an iMessage game, so but yeah, so I guess this is basically going to be my sexuality story, my coming out, my realization of who I am, my coming out to my friends and family, and kind of where I'm at right now. So yeah, no editing, completely raw. Let's go. So I first knew that I wasn't straight when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I used to have a best friend that would come over every day after school and we would play house, whatever, and I definitely had a crush on her. I didn't really realize what it was at the time because, you know, when you're 8 or 9, you don't really understand what a crush is. And I didn't really know what was going on, but I knew I really liked being around her, and I knew I liked hanging out with her a lot, more so than my other friends. And it was more than a friendship. From my side, she is very straight, but I definitely had a crush on her. I always wanted to be married to her when we played house or whatever, and I loved her. I wasn't in love with her because I didn't understand what being in love was, but I really liked her, and I enjoyed spending time with her, and she was definitely my favorite friend to be around, And I didn't realize it until years and years later when I realized, hey, you're kind of gay. I kind of realized that that's what was going on, but at the time I was just like, you know, she's just a really good friend, and she's just really pretty, and I just really like her a lot. But it's not like that, like I don't like girls like that. And then after that, I didn't really have any romantic is the wrong word to use because children can't have romantic feelings, but I didn't really have any other, well, I don't want to say I didn't have any other crushes on other girls, because I did. I definitely thought there were girls that I knew that were really pretty, and not in just like a straight way where it was like, oh my god, I wish I looked like her. Like, it was like, oh my god, like, she is really beautiful. And but I didn't really understand it, didn't really know what gay was at the time, so I just kind of, you know, went on with my life. The next time I remember was when I was 12, and I remember this very well because it was a very traumatic time in my life, because, you know, when you're 12, 13, that's when you start getting hormones, and your body starts changing, and you start experiencing real, true crushes on people. And I just remember I had huge crushes on all of the older foreign exchange student girls. I went to a private Christian school for middle school, and they had a lot of foreign exchange students there, and there was a girl from Denmark, a girl from Spain, I believe, Spain or Mexico, maybe both, I don't really remember, and then there was just like an American girl that went there as well. it was a small school, but there were a lot of girls there. And I just thought they were so cool and just so pretty, and I just loved being around them again. It was just like, I didn't feel that way towards all girls. It was just them. And, well, not just them, but you know what I mean. And, you know, it got to a point where I was getting older now, and I was starting to understand gay people a little bit more. And my entire life, ever since I've sort of understood what gay was, I've always supported the LGBTQ plus community, always. I've never considered myself to be conservative in any way. I've always been very, very liberal. So I've always supported the trans community, the gay community, everyone. But because I was being brought up in a relatively conservative family, and going to a Christian school, surrounded by all these very, very strict religious people, it was very, very scary for me to realize the sort of feelings that I was having. And I just kept telling myself, you know, like, I'm not gay. I support the gay community, but I can never be gay. Like, that's just not me. Like, and so basically I was in denial. And I just remember it got to a point where I was really starting to realize, you know, like, hey, these feelings towards girls are for real. Like, you know, you're not, like, these are legit, like, romantic feelings. And I just remember I would lay in bed at night and I would just cry. And I would just, I'm an atheist. I don't think I've ever said that on this channel, but I don't have a religion, don't belong to a religion, don't really believe in anything. But I would just, like, lay in bed and, you know, say, you know, if there is a God up there, like, please just make me straight. Like, I cannot live this way. Like, I cannot like girls. Like, that's not okay. Like, my family would hate me. Like, I would be disowned. I would have to go to conversion therapy, all this stuff. And I was terrified. Like, when I say that was probably the most traumatic period of my life, and that went on for a while. That was probably like 4 or 5 months worth of me just being, like, terrified in my bed at night, just thinking, like, why me? Like, why am I feeling this way? And after those few months went by, I was able to sort of, you know, push those feelings to the side and sort of ignore them. Of course, they were always there. They never went away, truly. But I was just sort of able to ignore them for a little while. And then I got to, finally, when high school started, I got to go to a public school again. And I started to sort of accept that side of myself more, because I was now surrounded by other people who were gay, because, I mean, it's pretty much inevitable. I was at a public high school. There were other gay people there. Even though I did grow up in a very small conservative town, I know for a fact that there were other gay people there. But it was the public school system. People were a lot more open-minded. Maybe not so much as they are now, but, you know, this was 2012 when I started high school, so, you know, people were starting to become more open-minded when it comes to trans people and gay people and whatnot. But it became a lot easier to accept that side of myself, but I never really said it out loud to anyone. I never really admitted having feelings for girls or thinking girls were hot or anything like that. I've always been boy crazy, always, and I still am. I think men are beautiful. I would date a man 100%, but I would also date girls. And I have dated girls, and I have dated men, so there's your answer if you don't want to watch the whole video. Bye. Yeah, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, this video is going to be really long, and I'm probably pausing a lot and saying and rambling and whatnot, but anyway, I'm really tired, and I'm trying to make this video okay. But anyway, so yeah, high school, I think I had whoa. I think at that point I had accepted my sexuality, but I just wasn't open with it. I was closeted. I didn't say anything about it to anyone, but I think everybody, after I did come out, a lot of people were like, oh, we knew. Like, we already knew, it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, got through high school, graduated high school 2016, yada yada. And then, at the end of 2016, New Year's, my cousin took me to my first party, and I got drunk for the first time, and I made out with a girl. And I remember the next morning, my cousin asked me if I was bisexual, and I told her, no, I was just drunk, you know, typical excuse. I was just drunk, like, I didn't know what I was doing. And she was like, you know what they say, you know, like, drunk actions are sober thoughts. And I was like, oh, shut up, like, no. After that, I think I did eventually come out to her, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I might be. And she, like, my cousin, like me, very liberal, she was like, you know, I don't care, like, that's fine, like, that's cool, it's awesome. And then that was like the first person I ever came out to, and it felt great. It was terrifying, but it felt really good at the same time. And after that, I started sort of equally pursuing relationships with girls and guys. And then I had my first real girlfriend in December of 2017. And that relationship taught me a lot. That was the first time I was ever in love. That was my first heartbreak. I remember we broke up we didn't last very long at all. We lasted like a month. I fall in love very quickly and very hard and very fast. So, we broke up we started dating in like November, and then we broke up at the end of December, right before New Year's. And I just remember that New Year's Eve, I got very drunk, and I called her, and I just kept calling her and being like, I love you, like, please, can we talk about this, like, I'm in love with you. And I just made an absolute ass of myself, really. Like, oh my god, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, and after that, I'm not going to go into all the details about I was a little bit of a hoe for a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we love the hoes here. Slut shaming is in the past, ladies. But yeah, I dated girls, guys, whatever. And, which brings us to last New Year's Eve. I, again, got very, very intoxicated at my mom's house, because she knew I was drinking underage, and yeah, that's another story for another day. I'm of age now, almost 22, baby, anyway. And so yeah, we were having a New Year's Eve party at my mom's house, and my friend brought one of her friends over, that was Pan, and we kissed a lot, and my mom saw us, and I told my mom I was bi. And that's how I came out to my mom. And I honestly don't know if she was surprised or not. I kind of think she was, because like I said, I am very boy crazy still. Like, extremely. And I did a pretty decent job of hiding my attraction to girls from her, I think. Yeah, so, I mean, the next day she was like, you know, I wish you had told me some other way. Like, I wish you hadn't just, like, made out with somebody in front of me. I wish you had just told me. And I cried a lot that day. But, you know, after the first day, after I first told her, it was all good. And we just never really talked about it again after that, really. It was just, I mean, she knew And that was it. She didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't want her to make a big deal about it. That was one thing I told her. I was like, please don't make this a big deal. Like, please don't let this thing make things awkward between us. Like, I'm still the same girl you've always known. I'm still the same daughter you've always loved. Like, please just don't let this make things awkward between us. And she was like, okay, I won't. And I was like, don't tell my sister, don't tell grandpa. And she was like, I won't. And I'm still not out to my sister or my grandpa. And I don't know when I will be. And that's just personal reasons. Homophobia, you know, like my sister not so much, but my grandparents are the best, literal sweetest people in the entire world, but I don't think they would understand, so you know how it be. But yeah, so it's been almost a year since all that went down, and I have a girlfriend. Her name is Lauren, and I like her a lot. We've been together a little bit less than a month now, but we talked for like almost 2 months before we officially got together. She's very sweet, and we see each other about once a week right now just because of our work schedules. I get to see her tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. We're going to go see Christmas lights, and it's going to be really super cute. And then we're going on a road trip next week, which I'm going to vlog. Which brings me to my next point. I am starting a lifestyle channel. I will link it in the description box. I have not posted a video on there yet because I just haven't filmed anything for it yet. But yeah, I've been really into like lifestyle channels lately, specifically LGBTQ/lesbian lifestyle videos. Lifestyle videos, lifestyle channels, whatever. So yeah, you'll probably see a lot of her on there. You might see her on here. I have an idea for a video on here that I want to do. But yeah, this video has been like 20 minutes long, so and I'm gonna have to edit it because my camera fell a couple times, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go. But so yeah, kind of cleared the air for y'all there. I'm sure no one is surprised. I mean, look at me, like look at me. That's a gay woman. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, but thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to my lifestyle channel. The first video should be up probably next week or the week after. Okay, love ya.